Welcome, welcome, welcome to all our friends in South Florida. I love you, Bishop Keith. Welcome to our friends in South Florida, Atlanta, New York City, Chicago, LA, San Francisco, and all our friends from all over the world. We want to say hello. And before we get started, no, I am not on the air.
You
I
not
am
on
behind
the
the
air.
camera, old school style.
Old school.
Old school style.
Old school, back to BZT days.
That's right, baby. You got to get it done and get it done right.
You could train Nick.
Yes. But
Look
Nick
what
was
I
in the
got.
meeting.
Do you like this? I got a new Wonder Woman bracelet on.
You know, it must be fun being you.
It is so great being
Because you
me.
walk in the gallery and they have jewelry here.
I know.
And you go to the case. Look at the camera. Don't look
Do you know
at
what? I know. It's like the most amazing thing.
Camera, look
I walk
at me.
into this. I walk into the gallery and there's this amazing jewelry case and from Catherine Carlisle and Cheryl Gibbs, and they said, "Wear anything you want, any day." And I do. And then I text them what I want to buy. It's they're smart businesswomen because they know I'm going to wear it, I'm going to love it, I'm going to buy it. So today is my Wonder Woman cuff. Isn't that cool? It's rose gold. It is heavy. You better be nice to me, Freddie. That's all I got to say.
Are you going to hit me with that thing?
Are you ready, Freddie? Because I'm telling you, I am like empowered today to go. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on Facebook and Periscope and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We've got Tom with Sofla. We've got Eddie from Your Smile is Amazing. I don't even know what Eddie's tagline is, but I know it's about smiles and happiness in a book that serendipitously came across my desk literally last year, and I didn't know Eddie, and I think it was from Sarah Spiritual. You're going to have to ask her for me, Freddie, and see. Okay. But how unbelievable is that? I have your book at home, and it just dawned on me where I got it from. And she had said at the time, you have to meet this guy, Eddie. He would be so perfect for your show because, as you see, our show was always about hope and happiness and smiles, and here you sit a year later, but here you are with Jen G, our V-card girl. Jen G, the V-card girl. It sounds like you're going to be on like an airline, you know? So I got a guy with us in the house for our first hour, and our second hour we've got loan funding, and I think Loren from Fire and Ice will be joining us, and of course, what segment's starting today, Freddie?
Are you ready?
Really?
Are you
Thank
ready?
you very much. That's so much better.
You know, I'm
And
going to
that'll
tell you
be-
something. I am surrounded by equipment here. It's like a kid in a candy store. I don't know what to do first.
Let's see that.
I don't know.
What are you doing, by the way?
Well, what we're working on...
Is your mic even on?
Yeah, Tom.
Okay, good.
What we're working on is we're doing a remote package, so I left it playing in my house, right? So I got to get the sound and the picture on this board, but Gio's in the meeting. So while we're going to be chit-chatting, don't look at me, look at the camera.
But I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, if you look at me, I get your ear. I'm looking at your ear. Look at the camera. Stop looking at me. Okay. So, and here it comes.
Hence where the ducks came from. We are going old school today.
Anyway.
Good catch, by the way.
You like it? Now, your smile is amazing. I think I remember this gentleman because he walked to New York. I think I remember driving by him.
I saw you. I waved, and you know.
Now you know Sarah Spiritual. You were on her show.
I believe I was. I can't remember
at
exactly.
iHeart.
I'm sorry. I've been
At
on so
At
many
iHeart,
shows
I
that
think. I think it was up at
just got-
iHeart in West Palm Beach at some
Yes,
point.
It was
you're
at
absolutely
iHeart.
right.
I'm telling you, when my thyroid is working, my medication clicks. I can remember where I got a book from a year and a half ago. That was pretty good, right? Think about the amount of guests that we have in
That's
a
pretty
week,
good.
a year,
Yeah.
that come across that I actually knew where that book came from. I must say. Welcome, Reed.
That's great.
Reed, I went grocery shopping for you today. I got some mandarin oranges. There's some cookies in the back room and some coffee. I ran into my neighbor and she said, shopping? I said, not from my house. This all goes to the studio. She's a photographer and I should get you with you too for the V card because she's all business and she's going to do some new headshots for us too, Mr. Freddie man.
Oh.
Remember Max, our old intern, his mom? She says she needs to practice for an interview, but she would love to do some new headshots and take some pictures of our studio.
Really?
Yes.
I'm glad she's going to because I've asked her to take a picture of to change.
Do you know what happened, why I haven't? I'm going to be
Yeah, you didn't
perfectly honest with you.
You didn't do it.
I'm going to tell you why,
You
though.
didn't do it.
I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, but you didn't do
Because there's either somebody sitting in those chairs, so I get the back of their head in the picture, or the camera's not on, or the TV's not on. So when we get up, I will do it for you
it.
today.
In 200 years, you haven't taken a picture.
I will take care of it for you
All right.
today.
Here, take that away.
Welcome back
That's
to
a
our
very
set.
dangerous
I'm telling you.
thing over here. It looks like your
I'm
arms
like
in jail or
Gal
something.
Gadot today.
Yeah, who?
Gal Gadot. You know what that is?
Don't know what that is.
Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Right?
That's right.
Thank you very much for playing. And that's how our show rolls.
Scary people. All right, so
So yesterday we missed SoFlo.
Yes.
And Tom is creator with
He's
David,
SoFlo.
so he is SoFlo. I mean, there's no other way. Tom is SoFlo, and Jen was there with SoFlo. Tell us how yesterday was.
We had a fantastic event. And it feels like every time we go to Uzo Bay, we have a very coordinated. We have a very we have a group that's not just growing in size, but they're growing in desire to want to work with each other. Networking itself, and I say this literally every time I start talking about networking. People think of networking, passing out your business cards. Here you go. This is what I do, and they think people are going to call you. And that's not what networking is about. Networking is more about building relationships. It's more about creating the opportunities, because that's business in itself. Business itself is all about the opportunities that you have, and recognizing those opportunities and utilizing the people around you to help you maximize those opportunities.
And what I love so much about SoFlo is you're so right about the networking. We are networking here every day. We never know who comes in, how many people come in, and we network our network. But we're able to even grow and network our network more through SoFlo. And I've done a lot of networking, and you do a lot of networking at work. And your mixer that you do is truly amazing. That's how we met Jennifer. And how is Renata, by the way? I know she was sick.
Yeah, she was
Liquid
sick.
collagen.
Yeah, she wasn't at the event. She was sad she missed it because it's definitely one of her favorite events.
And everyone, and I've seen the list, you sent us the list, it has grown exponentially.
How many people you have at yesterday?
Yesterday, even with the rain in the morning, we still ended up with 30 people.
Really?
We have 30 people and they're not just business owners, they're business developers. They're developing their business and creating that. And I'll say this 150 times. They're building, the whole purpose people come to our networking events is for the relationships that they grow so that they can keep building. Jennifer is a very, very big proponent of this. This is why I love every time she's at our events. It's because it helps facilitate, and we've kind of trained everybody, that the regulars that are now coming back to stick around. I mean, I didn't leave there until almost 4 o'clock yesterday. We ended about 12:45. I left at 4 o'clock.
Nice.
Isn't that funny? We were there a couple weeks ago. It was the same thing. We left there about 3:30
Yes.
because we stuck around. We met with you and David and Jen, whoever was there, and then you have your follow-up meetings to get to know people a little bit more. Eddie, have you been?
No, I have not been yet.
Well, when you get there, you'll be smart.
I've been networking a lot in Palm Beach, so I have not been yet. I saw the event yesterday. I wanted to go so bad, but I had things that I had to take care of.
Listen,
so I'm going to get there.
That's okay, because we are going to be back again on May 14th.
May 14th.
We're going to be back on May 14th at 11:30 at Uzo Bay. It is an absolutely fantastic event, and I'm also having another event next Monday at the Olive Garden in Boynton Beach. And that's a free event. If you want to have food, there's food you can purchase, stuff like that. But it's all about getting more people in front of each other.
I think that what we want to do is...
That's like a personal menopause thing over there. And you're not even sharing with me and Jennifer, really?
That's the.
Bill is
I'm not going to say nothing.
It's a beautiful thing. We've got
With
a portable
men, I call
fan.
it manopause.
A menopause. We've got a personal fan on the other side of the studio. I know.
I'm
See
not
what
touching
happens Tuesday morning? You can't even say anything.
No, I can say lots of things. I'm just not going to, because I'm going to get a lot of trouble if I do. But bottom line here is that, sometimes networking is not as simple as it seems. Because there are businesses that you meet and everybody hands out cards, or you use the V card, which is a better tool. And then you don't do anything. You leave, you leave the meeting, you go home, and you sit down and you wait for something to happen, and nothing happens.
That's business in general. I mean, most business owners have that mentality where they think if they just put themselves out there just a little bit, people are going to be banging down their doors, and that just doesn't happen. That's not how business works.
That's right.
Every event, every single event that I talk to, I always tell them, I say, hey, listen, networking does not start and end in this building. It's about creating follow-ups. And we encourage people there to set up phone meetings, set up interviews, maybe at a Dunkin' Donuts or at a Starbucks, just so that they can get to know each other, even if it's for 5 minutes for a cup of coffee. That's where the relationships start building, and that's what we've I mean, me and David have now been doing this for about 4 months with the Power Referral Networking. So we've had a lot. We've done a lot of training with people to kind of get them to our philosophy, and that's been the hardest part. Now that people know what our philosophy is, know that it's actually working. I mean, Jen, you receive 2 or 3 clients every time you go.
Yeah.
There's always somebody
Yes.
new that needs
And it's
the vehicle.
growing. So yesterday I couldn't even keep up with what was going on. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah. So it's these are just like you said. These are business owners that definitely want to grow their business. They're not sitting at home. They are very proactive and they understand how business has changed. They're not like the old school. I gave out my card to everybody there, so everybody's going to need me. They're not. They understand now how business has changed.
That's right. And you can do business with the tool that you give them. There's business and then there's business. I was at meetings this morning and they were talking about the show. They watch what's going on and the growth of this stuff.
Everybody's watching. And it's funny, when you start seeing people like your posts, you know they're back to watching, and then the phone call's coming. That's what I found with social media. When people, if they don't say anything, you don't know what they're watching. If they're starting to like and comment, it means it's growing. And our numbers are growing. And working with you guys has been unbelievable. And every time, a couple more clients. I know TJ was there. I need to get back with TJ from Vector because I want to bring him on to share some of what they do for their security.
I actually told him yesterday to give you guys a call because I know you guys have been, last week I was here, you guys were talking about TJ and everything he was offering. You were saying you need a whole new door.
You want to know what happened to me yesterday? So I'm at NN doing production, 6 o'clock. Linda calls me. They're breaking into the house.
Come on.
Yeah, ask
wow.
her. Linda, if you're watching, call. It's true.
Someone's breaking into your house?
To my house. So I said to her, did you call the police? Yes. Did you call Beaucare Security? Oh, that's a good idea. I said, I would have called them first.
Was she home?
No, she was coming from work because they called her. They call you, right? I didn't have the camera gizmo.
I don't either.
I don't know that. So in the back of my mind, when I was there during the day, the alarm, the wind sort of was tricking the alarm and stuff. So I said to her, okay, let's see what happens. It was a false alarm. One of the window panes was hitting the sensor, I guess, and that's what triggered it. But I'm going to call them because I need to tighten up what it is that's going on.
That's it.
So, but this is what I'm talking about. You know, it's just coincidence, right? That I'm going to need somebody to do this service, or I got a guy and finance.
And we would have never met TJ
No.
anywhere.
It's
if it weren't for that.
not coincidence. It's by going to these networking events and by going to people on your show, people that have large markets, large networks of people. Dawn, you have a huge following on social media. Jen, same thing. Freddy, same thing. And it's when we start actually collaborating together, which is the whole purpose of our Power Referral Networking. But when you start collaborating together, all of a sudden, you know somebody. I got a guy for a guy. I got a, you know.
Right, I got a guy.
It just happens that way. That's just what happens. That's just how it works. And that's what gets me fired up to see other businesses, not just working with other businesses, but seeing them, even if I'm not working with them, succeeding because of something that I'm putting together. And that's a very powerful thing.
And I like that we're able to give back to SoFlo, because so many now of our clients now go to SoFlo. Noah's there, and I know Sunny goes, and so many people that we've worked with that have met you now go to SoFlo,
Yeah.
which is, so it is a cross referral, and everyone grows with everybody. And I've got a new makeup gal I'm going to send you also, because Crunchy, I know, get past the name of Crunchy Makeup because it sounds like, Crunchy Makeup. But it's toxin-free, it's paraben-free, it's fragrance-free, it's non-toxic, and it's amazing.
It's a lot of free.
It's a lot of fun, but you know what? I wear a lot of
But the
makeup.
product is not free.
I wear a lot of makeup, so you know what? If I'm not putting cancerogenic foundation on with everything else, it's a beautiful thing, and it works.
It's funny because every guest that comes has a niche, and everybody has a different flow. And I know that you have a show at 7:30 on Tuesday nights, and they get to interview on there, and they get to put their products out as well. And you're doing a great job interviewing. I mean, there's a lot of mixture. So this morning I was saying, you know, that show is doing really, really well. I kind of like it. They kind of like it. And to bring them on here, we have the daytime and the nighttime demographics. You get both. You get to be witness in both. You get business tools, and then you get people. Don't look in my ear. And you get to work.
Your headphone looks good.
It does. And you get to work with people in different degrees. Like, are you ready? You know, it's funny.
I love that. He comes with more gadgets every day.
Every time I see this guy, he looks like a pirate.
Don't worry,
Bill is the gadget
you're
man.
going to see Bill
He
Dirk
definitely
too.
is.
He's coming on soon.
But he's having a ball, you know, and he's doing business, and people are, believe it or not, are more aware that you got to get ready for hurricane season. We live in Florida, and, you know, last year was no coincidence. It's going to come. I'm sorry to tell you, it's going to come. So be ready, right? That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about the V card. It's another way of communicating with people and letting people know that if there's a shelter, there's a place to go.
That's right.
We put it out there, and you can communicate that way.
When you think about during the hurricanes when the power goes out and you can't communicate with anyone, people will find a way to charge that cell phone. So with the Follow Me feature, they can get alerts of where to go. And things can be streamed right through the virtual card. So
What's the Follow Me feature?
So the Follow Me feature is when you set your card up, you can elect to put the Follow Me feature on. And if you have an event or a coupon, everybody who has your card and has opted into the Follow Me of your card will get an alert. And they get like a little green dot and a ding, and they can open the card.
They get a ding.
So they're not
They get a
following
ding.
you home.
They get a ding.
They get a ding.
But it's not, it's
Ding,
not,
ding, ding,
it's
ding,
not,
ding, ding.
that's right.
It's not like a location service where they're tracking you. They can
No.
actually follow your events and
That's
what
right.
you're
It's
doing.
not like
Thinking that
attention, Tom's and Starbucks.
I'm wondering, they're going to know where you're going?
That's right. No, so you elect to, you know, have people know where you're going to be, especially when there's multiple events. And I never miss SoFlo. I really want to be at those. So I want to make sure if they're adding a new location, which is a fantastic idea, now I knew the new location and I can map it and I get there on time so I can start networking.
Yeah,
We
we're
have
actually
a
we're trying
great,
to get
a great new location for evenings.
two. They're trying to get you two. We got one, and there's another one I'm working on as well, because I think that if you change the locations, it will change the demographics of the people that are coming and the businesses that are surrounded to that. And then business deals with business, and then just heading to Miami.
Heading to Miami.
That's our overall goal.
You go to Miami. So your next event is Monday, 11:30 to 1 at Olive Garden in Boynton Beach.
Yep.
And then the following Monday, which is, I believe, the 8th.
No.
You're
It's
skipping the
it's the we always do the first and third Monday is always going to be out at the Olive Garden,
Okay.
and then the second and fourth Monday of every month, that's when we're going to be at Ouzo Bay.
So this month got a little wonky because there's 5 Mondays.
No, it's not wonky. It's refreshing.
So are we going to need another day? If you have those days booked, Mondays and four times a month, so are we going to need a Tuesday? How you
Yeah,
gonna
that's
work?
fine. No, yeah. One of the things, if we do a night event, what I'm thinking of doing, it might mix well, is doing a Monday night event, doing like a little happy hour mixer right afterwards, so that this way we already have people that are out today, and then when they get out of work or when they get done with their day, nice little way to mix cocktails, but also create relationships. Maybe you'll see a few people from before, and that actually entices the networking because you feel more comfortable, you feel more ready to go.
So we got to call Banyan.
We're going to call
It's
Banyan.
a perfect
It's a
venue.
terrific
It's awesome.
event. Like Facebook, like our page on Facebook. That was the thing we did yesterday, right? Like us on Facebook, the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Like SoFlo Mixers, and then you'll see all of their updates. And of course, you got to find Gen G on VCard. How are they going to find you?
So to find me, they're going to go to create a new text, and the number is 80800, and the message is JENNG. Press send, and you'll get my card.
And with the V card, you can do that with Freddie and Tom as well.
Yeah.
Right? So you can go to
Eddie.
and Eddie.
Yep.
See, you're so busy, I don't even have one yet, but I'm thinking of my code. Here's my code. It's either going to be Sparkle or Wand, although Freddie thinks it should be Unicorn. But something along those lines, we're going to figure that one
No,
out.
you should use Sparkle. That's not bad.
I
You
like
like
that.
that?
There you go.
Sparkle's good.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
sparkle's good because you sparkle.
I sparkle.
It's easy to remember.
There you go. So now I've got my keyword, my phrase, but in the meantime, you can text 80800, and in the text put AMP2TV.
No, wait a minute.
Or you can put in the text JNNG, or I feel like I'm rowing a boat.
Not
wait a
or,
minute.
And?
But if somebody takes that, right, that they're watching, and they take the word sparkle, then you can't have it? Is that the way, unfortunately, it works?
We'll lock it down at the
We're
end of the show.
locking it down
We'll
at the
lock
end of
it
the
down.
show.
I was just saying.
We'll lock it.
It'll be
All right.
sparkling.
Reed, can we go to commercial break? When we come back, we're going to talk to Eddie about what he does and talk to Bill about what he does. Ready Network and Happiness and Smiles, walking from Florida to New York?
Yep.
You walk backwards?
I
Why
did.
people go New York to Florida? That's why I'm looking at you.
I'll walk back. I decided to go the other way.
I want to know
Florida to New York.
What road you took? I-95 straight up?
No, you can't take 95
That's why
because you
you
get
gotta come
arrested. But, yeah, oh yeah.
We're going to take
And I did not want to get
a
arrested.
quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear from Eddie and Bill, and we'll be right back.
When was the last time you had a fun girls' night in? Have you heard of Pure Romance? Pure Romance by Michelle Spears offers a fun-filled presentation of our product line, followed by a unique shopping experience that you and your girlfriends will not forget. Call me, Michelle Spears, at 561-572-1901 to reserve a date for your free shopping spree, to learn about income opportunities, or shop my website at pureromance.com/MICHELLESPEARS. And remember, bring Pure Romance back into your life.
In a perfectly imperfect world, you can eat the foods you love, lose weight, and be healthy. But what if I told you you can do just that? In fact, your diet should be perfectly imperfect by eating the foods you love and still achieving your health and wellness goals. I take the guesswork out of nutrition by giving you my simple and effective strategies so that you can live the healthy and happy life you will love using real food to get real results. Schedule your nutrition consultation today at 888-84-TAMMY or visit my website, tammyfogarty.com. Don't delay, get healthy today. 888-84-TAMMY.
Ready, set, ride. Remember when you were a kid and riding a bike was pure fun? It's time to rediscover that carefree feeling again with a Pedigo electric bike. Pedigo is the #1 brand of electric bikes in America because with Pedigo, we put you and the customer service first. Pedigo electric bikes are universally fun for all ages. Choose to pedal for exercise or throttle for full assist. Give Pedigo Fort Lauderdale a call or stop in for a free bike ride. 954-652-1823. Come as you are and try a Pedigo today, where our motto is Hello Fun. 954-652-1823. Tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you.
And we are back. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Travel Tuesday, Terrific Tuesday. It's Are You Ready Tuesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I'm going to get there. You can find us on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We're switching sets a little bit. We have Tom with SoFlo. Next SoFlo Mixer is Monday at Olive Garden in Boynton Beach, 11:30 until 1 p.m. So check that out. Like their page on Facebook. And we've got Jen G with us from VCard, the virtual business card that everyone seems to have but me, but I'm going to get it after the show. Because as I'm passing out cards anywhere I go, even at the polo game, I'm digging through my purse, thinking of you, looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to find my cards. It would have been so much easier just to do that. Right. So we're going to set that up. And who do you have with us today?
Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm bringing Eddie on.
I got a guy.
I got a guy. Someone says to me, do you have an author, an inspirational speaker? I go, I got a guy. So here's my guy.
Welcome, Eddie. I'm so excited to finally meet you. As I was saying, our first hour, when I saw your first segment, our first hour last year, I got this book from Sarah Spiritual, and I have it, and I don't know why we never connected, but a year later, here you are, and I'm so excited to hear your journey and how you know Jen. How did you guys even connect?
Well, I mean, I do a lot of networking, and, so we connected through a networking event.
10 million smiles.
10 million smiles.
So tell us what you do.
Well, what I do is I laugh and I play.
There you go.
I'm very, very lucky because I get to go out and laugh and play and smile and wave and, just get people connected in that way, in that energy. It's the energy of the heart. So that's basically what I do, and I do motivational speaking. Actually, I want to call it inspirational speaking because I don't like to really motivate people. because motivation lasts like, what, 10 minutes? So I want to inspire people.
Yeah, it lasts until you get home and you try and make that first step like networking. You're going
Right.
to follow up on those business cards and you look at 30 numbers and say, I don't know where to start, and then you're done.
Right.
That's it.
Right? That's it.
That's it. You know, put a spork in me, I'm done.
All right, but then answer me this: you want to bring smiles forward, right? You want people
Right.
to be happy because
I do.
a lot of good things happen when you smile, right?
Yes.
Then what happens?
Well, the thing is that I take it beyond the smile
Okay.
into happiness in action. Okay, because, you know, smiling's great. Everybody knows how to smile. But the thing is that a lot of times people don't realize what the power of the smile really is. I mean, the power of the smile is you were born with the power of the smile. And it's something that can open more doors for you than anything in the world. I mean, that is the key to everything. Because the smile will bring that energy and people together. Okay, it's kind of like a heart connector. Because when you smile at somebody, what happens? 9 times out of 10, they're going to smile back. And if there's other people present, they're going to smile too. And so if you can take that and nurture it and grow it and expand it, okay, and you start going into happiness in action, what happiness in action is while you're in that great, awesome mode, you know, that you feel good and you're happy and joyful, you start taking the actions, that energy is going to go into that action. And it's going to carry you forward to places that you've never been before.
How did you get started doing this?
Well, I had some things that happened, like, you know, like most of us. We have situations in our life that really kind of throw us back, and then we have to look at life and go, hey, what am I going to do from here? And I had 3 things that happened in 2006. And I'll talk about 2 of them. The other one's really not important. Okay. Number 1, well, I guess I should tell a little bit about it. I had a manager that came in to manage my company. I wanted to step away and become a motivational speaker, and ended up siphoning some money out of quite a bit of money out of my business. Okay, so I had to jump back in and I had to start rebuilding it. And I was just coming back into the black 5 months later, and I got a call from Korea, and it was my son-in-law. And my son-in-law at that time never called us. So we knew something was up and found out that they had gotten into a moped accident. My son-in-law, he was in Korea, he was in the Army, and my daughter was with him, and they got into a moped accident. And she spent 45 days in the hospital, then she passed away. Okay. 5 months after that, I had a cerebral hemorrhage, and I was supposed to die. So I lost my happiness, I lost my smile, I lost everything. But a year later, my ex-wife asked me a silly question: what do you want for your birthday? I mean, everybody can answer, what do you want for your birthday, right? I couldn't think of anything. The only thing that I could think of is I wanted people to get along for one day. That's it, one day. Now, can I get everybody? No, I can't. But I can get as many people in a day as I possibly can. And then they can get people in their world to smile and to be happy. And so that's why I created it. I just wanted, you know, and I promised myself at that time that I was going to share my smile with 10 million people in my lifetime. And so that's my mission in life, is just to go out, help people to smile, find happiness in action, take action while they're in that good mode, in that beautiful energy that you have in your heart that you want to expand and grow. Share it with other people. You know, share it in your business, share it in your relationships. Help build a better world through the smile, through your heart, through happiness in action.
Happiness in action.
Now, let me ask you a question. Obviously, it's turned your life around. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you decided to walk to New York, I hear?
You
Yeah.
did?
As part of this calling?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nuts. I admit that. I like that.
He's a little bit nuts.
A little bit, yeah, just a little bit.
Poquito nuts.
So, yeah, I walked from Deerfield Beach to Manhattan, New York. Now, the funny thing is that...
Did you go along the coast?
Yeah, I did. I walked the coast.
Okay,
Rather
okay.
than going straight up, because you can take US 1 straight up.
How long did this
No.
venue take you?
277 days.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought like 277 years. So you walked up there, and you told people what you were doing. I'm sure everybody was like, "Wow, this is amazing." What
Yeah.
time of the year did you do this?
Well, I started in March, and I ended in November.
So it's in New York in the winter.
Oh my God, that must have been choppy around Washington or whatever.
Washington, that's a different animal.
And you went by
and-
Jersey?
Huh?
Does Jersey even have a coastline?
Oh, like a huge coastline.
Well, I couldn't go through the coast. They do have a
peninsula.
coastline,
Would
but I
you
couldn't
like a
go through
duck?
the coastline,
I didn't think so.
So, yeah,
You had to
I
jump
didn't
over
do
the
that.
garbage.
And the funny thing is, Washington was actually my original destination because I wanted to do a video in Washington that says, "Smile and wave, America, we love you." Kind of silly, but that's my message that I wanted to tell people. You're loved. You're cared for.
So you did this in every state? You said this to people?
Well, what I did was I just walked along. I didn't have any plan.
Right.
When I started with $200. Okay,
You
I
did
ended
this
with
whole trip with $200.
$200. Well, I ended with $200, so I actually did it at zero. Okay?
Started with 200, ended with 200.
It doesn't-
He
it-
broke even.
It costs you more money in gas if you took a car.
He
Right,
broke even.
exactly.
He walked.
Exactly.
And how did you eat and survive
See, that's the
for
thing, right?
277 days?
Well, the funny thing is, in life, if you take people and you allow them to be themselves, okay, people want to be heard, people want to be understood, okay, and they want to know that they're important. So if you just allow people to be that, doors are going to fly open for you. And that's what I call happiness in action, okay, allowing people to be themselves while you are yourself. Now, the thing is, what's key here is when you're on a trip like that or any other trip, tell the truth. What people try to do is they try to embellish things. Oh, this is that, and this is that, and this is that, and they grow this big, beautiful picture, right? But what's the truth there? Tell the truth, because you're going to get more doors to open for you when you're telling the truth than when you're sitting there and embellishing things and trying, because people are going to look and they're going to go, well, yeah, this guy's just talking, But what I did was I walked into hotels, because like I said, I had $200 in my pocket. So I walked into hotels and I told hotels exactly what I was doing. And I'd either call them while I was on the road, traffic's going by, you're hearing the cars whizzing by, and I can barely hear them. Hey, can you hear me? But I told them exactly what I was doing. I said, I'm walking from here to Washington, D.C., from Florida to Washington, D.C., or when I started to go to New York, from Florida to New York, okay? And I just told them I'm walking for happiness awareness. Oh, really? Tell me a little more about that. So I would tell them. And then they would, give me a hotel and things like that. But, when you do that...
And they fed you and everything?
Huh?
And they fed you, and they gave you a hotel and everything else?
They gave me the hotel. Some hotels fed me, other ones didn't.
Well, some probably had breakfast or something included, right?
Right, exactly. But, when you do something like this, you have to stay where they say yes, okay? So I had to kind of put up with, Lowe's hotels?
Yes.
I had to put up with Lowe's hotels.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Marriott's, Hilton's,
Wow.
Blue Green Properties.
Boy, I tell you, what a life.
Amazing.
It was rough, I gotta tell you.
You want to walk to New York?
I'm walking.
Get out of here.
I take my cell phone and call the Radisson.
You're gone. There you go.
So
And what year was that?
that was 2011.
And have you walked since? Have you gone back?
Well, I have not walked since, but I'm actually planning a trip. I'm going to do a world tour.
You're going to walk the world.
Well, I'm going to
beginning
drive.
to scare me.
I'm going to drive. This time it's a drive.
You're going to drive around the world?
So, part way, and the other part I have to fly.
Hey, Nick, you wanna follow
I
him
am
with the
working
Ready
on
Pack?
that walking on water thing.
He's traveling the world. You want to take a camera and follow him around?
Yeah, 5,000 flat.
Okay. He'll get you to a hotel.
Now, I want to ask, did you do this with no parachute? In other words, nobody followed you?
No parachute.
Nobody went with you?
Nothing.
Nobody knew what the hell you were?
No,
No, you just went.
I just went.
You decided one day.
Yeah, well, I was sitting at the house, and I had planned this, and I was gonna go and drive to Washington, D.C. to do this video, okay? And I walk outside my driveway. This is about 3 months before I was gonna go on my trip. I walk outside my driveway. My van was missing. It's like, where's my van? I'm thinking, well, my roommate has it. No, he's out of town, so he can't have it.
So they stole your van?
Huh?
They stole your van?
They stole my van.
So you
And I was
decided,
like-
the hell with it, I'm going to walk.
I'm going to walk.
That's what I did. I mean, I didn't think about replacing the van. I didn't think about insurance. The only thing that I thought about, and this is a great thing, okay? If you're so laser focused on what it is that you want to do, you can accomplish it no matter what. Because I said to myself, nobody's going to stop me from doing this video in Washington, D.C.
Not a van thief or anybody.
Nothing. Not a van thief. No. Heck no.
Hey, Bill.
Are you ready?
You want to walk to New York?
From where?
Right here.
You know the
Jersey?
beautiful thing about what
Right
Bill's
here.
got?
New Jersey.
He's got a solar-powered fan, so when I'm getting hot along my
Yeah,
walk,
so
I
I
got
should
the
have
fan
had one
to
of those
walk.
on the walk.
I need a bigger makeup counter because now I can put that on there too. I've run out of outlets.
And listen, you have also, it has a flashlight because
You're like, here, we'll share it.
I imagine you must have been
Share.
traveling at night as well, right?
No,
Oh, just when the sun went down?
just during the
He
day.
was staying in
Really?
the Hilton
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah, I was sleeping at night. you
What
know.
a-
And
this
now
is-
what are you doing?
Now, well, I'm getting ready. At this moment, I had a little delay because I was actually going to start my trip. And I had a little delay because, sometimes life gets in the way, you know what I mean? And it's like, doesn't that, get you? Stage 4 cancer showed up in my life. And it said, okay, we're going to have you sit for a little
This guy got
while.
a book? I
You
mean,
know.
holy smokes. Now cancer. Oh, he does have a book.
Yeah, I do have a book.
So
Yeah.
stage 4 cancer shows
So-
up in your life.
Yeah, stage 4 cancer. About 9 months ago, something like that. The doctor says you got stage 4 cancer. I was like, okay, all right. So what do we do? And they said, well, you have to do chemo, you have to do radiation, you have to do all this stuff. And I said, okay, listen, do me a favor, monitor me. I'll do my own thing, just monitor me. That's all I ask you. And so they're monitoring me to see
And how are
I'm
you
doing.
doing?
I'm doing great. I feel great. I mean, do I look bad?
You look terrific.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
And you told me you're going through holistic.
I am
healing.
going through holistic, yeah. Yeah, I'm taking different supplements. I take about 26 not different supplements, but about 26 supplements altogether. It's about, 14, 15 different supplements. And I just, it ends up 26 twice a day.
All right, so here's the
Okay.
question. Are you happy?
Oh, yes. Are you kidding? Okay, they say cancer's really bad. Well, I got to tell you something. It all depends on what you make of it. Because what happened with me is cancer helped me to lose weight. I lost 47 pounds. Okay? Cancer also helped me to get my sugar under control. And it wasn't really the cancer, it was what I was like, okay, I got to change something here. I got to do something different.
You took a positive approach on the negative.
Exactly.
Okay.
Use happiness in action for whatever it is. Okay? Use happiness in action. When I had my cerebral hemorrhage, I used laughter to cure myself from the cerebral hemorrhage. Okay?
You are certainly a walking testimonial to happiness
Yeah.
in action. How can people find you? They can use your V card.
They can use my V card.
So you're
So-
8,800.
Yep.
80800 is the number, and what's the text?
Smile.
There you go. I love the V card because you know what? It can target everything for everyone. Is yours?
Yeah.
Please tell me it's. Are you ready?
No, actually, I fell back to Plan A, YTMS.
Okay, that works. Your time management system, which is what you need.
Yep.
What?
Time management system.
What's that? So you got a friend. You're
We
back.
got, Rose is in the house.
Rose is in the house.
Rose is joining us on the 1 o'clock
Hi,
hour.
Rose.
How are you, Rose?
Some more on Eddie's book. You can find it 10 Million Smiles from Florida to New York.
Yep.
Text 80800 and in the message, write smile, and you'll get linked into his V card.
And if we assign 50 people or more and we should walk to New York, let us know.
You want to go?
Well, I'm going to be setting up different things, so keep
You
tuning.
keep us in check on what you're doing, and
Yeah,
we'll keep sharing it
absolutely.
out.
Absolutely.
Jen, you always bring such great guests. I got a guy. She's got a guy. For
Well,
more
thank
information,
you
if
very
you
much.
want the V card, and everyone needs the V card, I'm going to get mine after the show. Type 80800 and in the message, Jen G, Jenng. It is a virtual business card that does what in a nutshell?
Everything.
There you go.
Yeah, it does.
Love this girl.
You can't miss that.
It does everything. It's all your contacts, everything, your website, specials, promotions. Follow me wherever you're going, not following Freddy to Starbucks, but you'll be able to know what's going on next at the Brooklyn Cafe. All of our shows will be streaming out. I think we're teaching Nick and Steven as our interns rotate. Reed, we should show you too, and how you can find everything.
If I could share one little thing about the
Sure.
V card, when you pull up the V card, okay, you hit download because you go down the card a little bit and you see a thing that says download card. Hit the download card, and automatically that V card will be set into your contacts. So you don't have to try putting it in the contacts. Just do it automatically. Download card, boom.
Well,
It's
do
right
me a
in your
favor. Let
contacts.
us know what you're doing next. Keep us
Absolutely.
up to date on everything so we can share it, because who doesn't want to be happy and have some more smiles?
You know something is really funny. I was going to share a story. If you ever go to a restaurant, there are two things that I was taught at a restaurant. One is you write the name of the waitress or waiter on something, napkin or something, and you ask them, "What's your name?" And you do it nicely. You smile,
Right.
and you put their name, because when you address people who are serving you food by their name, dinner will change. You get the best service. You get everything. You want more bread, you want this, that. It changes everything. And they feel appreciated. We've been to places where people were a little grumpy.
Oh,
Right? Remember that?
seen that?
Pick one.
The coffee house.
Oh, yes. I'm like, which place was that?
And the lady was very grumpy and very angry, and she was screaming at her workers. Remember this?
Yes, I did.
And I said, and everybody came, can we help me? No, I don't want you. I don't want you. I want her. Remember that?
And I looked at him and I said, you want her?
I want her.
Everyone's yelling because she's yelling at. She was the manager. She was yelling at everyone. She had them in tears. And I said, you want to talk to the her? He goes, I want
to
her.
talk to her. And when we put her on the show, she's been a friend ever since. She says hi every once in a while. She
Yeah.
changed her life. She is now nice to her workers. Because
Happiness
somebody
in
was
action.
like that. That's right.
Happy, and you
So
are.
I can relate to that.
All right. Text SMILE 80800. Now, you're into happiness, getting everyone ready. Why should we be stressed out when we can be happy going into a storm? Because we know we're prepared.
Well, knowing you're prepared is the first step.
You better be
You,
prepared.
Yeah.
Freddie's going to tell you all about the 7 other steps you need.
Better be prepared. I tell you something. And bring it.
We've got
because-
Bill Dirth from the Ready Network. Do you know your network is so big that people find me on Facebook and they say, oh, I see you had Bill on, and you had Tom on, and you had the Ready Network on. And they go on and on and on. So your network is growing, that they're actually finding us and commenting backwards.
Well, this really goes back to Tom's segment on their Monday lunch networking groups. Most of us, if we don't share our information, are adding to our contacts list and potential prospects by addition, 1 + 1 + 1.
Right.
When you go to these networking events, you are multiplying. You are
Sure.
going exponential. You're going 2 to 4 to 16 to 32. And that's how you can basically find the right guy, right gal, whomever it may be, to really address the issues you find as potential obstacles. And Ready Network used the same approach, and we went from 2 to now we're over 1,000 people who basically are talking to their friends, neighbors, and family and letting them know, I've got a plan.
I got a plan. And next time you go walking, Mr. Smiles, we can send you this. See, Freddie, you're rubbing off on me because, not that I can ever turn
What are you
this-
doing?
Turn on, please.
Press
So
and
he can
hold.
go with us. So now he's got a walking light. I got to press and hold. That's
There
what I
you
don't
go.
do.
Just gotta hold it.
Hold it. Got it? There you go. Now you've got a walking light. And it's a
Now I can walk
strobe.
at night.
Now you can
And,
walk
then,
at
and,
night.
then, and now you can be a beacon.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
could be a fire truck.
And it's a solar-powered USB, so when you're running out of juice on your phone to call the hotel to get a free room,
Yep.
you can
I
charge your
get
phone
charged
up
it
while you're
There's your
walking.
phone.
Right? It's all
Absolutely.
included.
Genius.
Isn't that amazing?
That is
That's
awesome.
genius.
That really is.
So
Now-
are you ready? You got a
now-
light, you got a
I don't-
They
fan.
are ready at Ready Network. I can
Now,
tell you that.
I don't want to talk about the bag until the 1 o'clock hour.
That's fine.
But there's something I do want to share, and there's
Okay.
something I want to talk to him about,
Okay.
to Bill about. You know, circumstances make it. Now you can't do that to me, because I'm gonna forget everything I'm thinking. I gotta get rid of that.
Sorry for all you
He's going to be
epileptics
looking
out
behind
there.
his shoulder, seeing where the cops are at.
I'm like,
appropriate.
it's bringing back the memory. Anyway, a nightmare. People, when things go wrong, one of the things that happens is that people panic.
True.
I'll give you an example, a sad example. I know you don't like talking sad on the show, but it's part of life. The Waffle House shooter.
No, yeah.
You heard about this guy?
Yeah.
He was naked, went in with started shooting everybody up. There was a gentleman, as he was reloading, that decided to take this guy on because he says it's either me or him. And he takes this guy on, and he took a bullet, grazed him on the elbow, and his hands all cut up. And he's beating the crap out of this guy, and the guy ran, dropped the gun. He grabbed the gun and threw it over. Nobody helped him.
Right.
And the funny thing is that he says it's okay. He's forgiving people for not helping him. Because he understands that when things happen, you lose your mind, you stop thinking. And when you stop thinking, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it's okay. People die. People can die.
Yep.
So one of the reasons that I like this Are You Ready segment, and I talk about it everywhere I go, everywhere,
Reed, I did a new graphic for it on Freddie's email if you want to download it.
is that if you're not ready for it,
Well, let me phrase that. Would you please download, not if you want to.
it can kill you. So the reason that I want to bring this on and I talk about it so much is that making decisions when there's a situation at hand, a tornado headed your way. I know people that have run outside to get away from an oncoming tornado. I know it.
That's crazy.
And the problem is that you end up hurting yourself because you're not prepared. So, I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun with this, and we have the cards for the tips and all that.
We actually have this for Bill also because, you know, he wrote it. He actually called Joe. Those are his?
This is his.
He called Joe at the studio, and we have to get it out to you. Here's your gift card to Harvest and for Modere.
Very nice.
But the bottom line, what I wanted to talk about is being prepared is one thing. Being mentally prepared to handle circumstances is important. Somebody gets hurt, you know, and it's depending on the wound. If there's glass or debris or a tree or something gets in, you sort of have to know what to do so people don't bleed to death. Think about it this way. A hurricane hits, you're in the midst of a hurricane, somebody gets hit with glass or a tree goes
I'm still on the happiness walk. I'm not into
Hold
blood
on a
in my
second.
neck. Sorry.
Hold on. But what do you, okay, Dawn, what do you do if one of your kids gets hurt seriously? You're not taking them to the hospital because there's a storm outside.
You're right.
Right?
Right.
So you have to figure out, what am I going to do? So you saw, and it's funny because Freddie and I started talking on the weekend because when Freddie was at my house at the last hurricane, we thought the roof was going to go. And I never seen my son's terror in his eyes. And he looked at me. He looked at me like that, what are we going to do when it started to shake? And I said, it's going to be okay. I was scared to death, but I didn't want to show him that because I didn't want him to panic. Last thing is my son runs outside and run away from this thing, and he gets caught up in this thing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about mental preparedness, and then at the 1 o'clock hour, we'll take the bag apart and we'll have some fun with it. But I think it's important that we stress how important it is to be mentally prepared to handle emergencies. Somebody gets hurt in your house. You know what to do if somebody gets hurt.
Well, I think you need to be mentally prepared, and that goes to what we were even talking about with Eddie, is, and we're going to talk about all your products at the 1 o'clock, but mental preparedness going into any situation, and you had some horrific situations you walk into.
Still does.
You deal with the storms. How do we have a state of mental preparedness to really look at things with a better outlook for either one of you? For Bill?
Well, I think Freddie's years of experience, Texas Hold'em, helped him a lot.
Yes.
In that he had that poker face. Because
He does have a poker face.
It's one of the things that we stress is you need to be calm, collected, and in control. And if you're the person, in this case, Freddie's son was looking to him to say, Dad, are we going to be all right? And you basically put that, you know, confident face on, that by itself eliminated the potential panic that would have gone on in that situation. But when you think about it, it's not just knowing that you should be prepared. It's not just putting a plan together. The important element comes into play when you communicate that plan to your loved ones
I was
in the
looking
household.
at me. Yeah, that
Right.
plan I forgot to communicate to my family.
Well, that's it. That's one of
Next
the,
year, guys, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of Cafe Utopia. I'm actually starting to remember things again.
Let me tell you about that Cafe Utopia.
And I'll tell you how you can deal with it.
Love it.
You do.
Love. I can only have half a cup where he tells me I got to get off set because I keep talking to myself. But it is amazing. And you too can have coffee in a hurricane, which is even better.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I use it myself. So
Actually, I sponsor Eddie's charity through it. I mean, we all talked about it in earlier segments a couple weeks ago about why are you doing this? And at one point in our lives, we do get to the point where our discretionary income allows us not to worry about those things and really take on the important things in life. You may not have that midlife crisis. You may not have to have nearly died, or in my case, died, to have that moment.
So you guys know each other beforehand.
We're long lost brothers from another mother.
absolutely.
And basically reconnected probably less than 3 months ago
Right.
at a networking event.
Mm-hmm.
And where the owner of the restaurant was so moved by hearing Eddie and his initial story when he got up and gave his 30 seconds of who am I and what do I do, that the restaurant owner went out and the 42 people who were in the room at that event, he went out and bought everybody a book.
Yeah.
You can't even make this up. Talking about paying it forward. I had no idea you gentlemen knew each other. Did
Yeah.
you, Jen?
I did not know.
Yeah.
Tom,
No.
did you?
I had no idea.
And this is even beyond SoFlo. So how you all come together serendipitously because there are no coincidences here on our set. It's pretty amazing.
It is amazing.
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
But it's a tribute.
And we didn't plan this. You didn't know. Jen didn't know.
I didn't even
I
know
had
I was
no
going to
idea.
be here today.
Right? Nobody knew.
You
I
know.
didn't even know you were
just-
going to be here today. She doesn't tell
Best
me
yet,
anything.
I
think
didn't
you
know
knew
I was going to be here in this
today
segment.
I didn't know you were going to be. I
Since you
didn't know
support
anything.
his charity, what is your charity?
Well, it's 10 million smiles And what it is, you know, I have the project that are going to be going across the country and the world, spreading smiles and teaching people how to take, you know, their life and all the challenges that they have and focus in on what's positive inside of those challenges. Because you want happiness in action, you have to find the good inside of the challenges.
Well, I think we need to do a segment here called 10 Million Smiles.
That
That's
would be
easy.
awesome.
10 Million Smiles World Tour.
10 million and one,
You
actually.
know, we should call the BB&T Center
We could do that
and
too.
do an event like we did for the other two people. And try to have 10 million smiles.
10 million smiles.
It's
I mean,
gotta-
that
yes.
has to be a segment
That's
here, Jen. You know
21,000
that.
there.
There is no
I had
doubt.
figured when I heard Eddie last week get up. I had already met Eddie, but I heard him get up and speak at an author's night, and I said, "Oh, he has got to come on the Brooklyn Cafe show. He has."
That has to be our
Very
next
honored.
segment. Tom and Bill, everyone's in. Rose, you're already smiling, and you haven't even said
But we
Anyway,
can
10 million and one.
we can try to sell like tickets for 21,000 strong at the BB&T, and I think it'd be kind of cool where everybody's just gonna go to the stadium and smile.
That
Why
would be
not?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you don't mind me throwing something in there, here's something that I did before and I want to do again, and this might be a perfect segue for that, is I had an event called Happiness in the Park. Okay? And I gathered 350 people together to smile and wave simultaneously for 3 minutes to break a Guinness Book of World Records for most people smiling
There you go.
And what's
or
the
actually
record?
waving simultaneously.
What's the record? What's the number for the record?
Well, I unofficially have the record because the record, when I checked it before, it was 200. I got 350, and that was on a rainy day that was supposed to be outside. We moved locations, so I could have had a lot more, but the record is basically 200. So
So
we
if
can easily blow that away, but I want to get over
That's what I was
1,000.
going to say. So if we go to the BB&T Center,
Uh-huh.
they average 12,000.
Right.
And we sell it out at 21,000. That's going to stand. And you know what?
Oh, yeah.
We can also order shirts somehow as
Uh-huh.
to buy. So
I
that
got a
you
guy.
Thank you.
As part of the
Yeah.
fundraiser.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I've got a-
That'd be really cool.
I've got the design for it already.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you got the shirts, I got the design, and it says 10 million smiles, happiness ambassador, and it has my logo, which my logo, I don't know if you can see it there, but basically it's 3 people like holding the earth. Okay, the one in the middle you can't see it, but it's smiling. Okay, and it's putting love and the heart out into the world.
And you are 501c3?
I am not, but I have a 501c3 that I work with
Okay.
that takes care of that, all that.
There you go.
Because I want to put my time into spreading the smile, spreading happiness, and then they go ahead and they take care of everything else for me.
And Bill supports
So-
your charity. See, Bill, we didn't
Yeah,
even know.
Phil.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
any of the segments are where I give you my contact information. If you would just do / 10 million smiles, that will be Eddie's website. So your purchases on that e-commerce site will actually end up contributions to his effort.
It just gets bigger and bigger.
Thank
Can
you,
you even
Bill.
believe it?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's kind of
Thank
cool.
you.
It's
So
kinda
if
cool.
when we do the 1 o'clock hour, when we do the Ready Pack, or we buy any of these, if we do the / 10 million smiles, percentage goes back to Eddie's foundation, his charity. Wow.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Very cool.
Win, win, win,
10 million and
win.
one. It is a win,
I would
win,
love
win.
to be
Yeah.
involved in breaking the record.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
That's
that would be amazing. Oh, that would be so awesome.
why don't we
I've got
call-
so many ideas on this thing, it's not even funny.
Welcome to our world. I got a guy.
I like your world!
We'll call our contact down there and see what they think.
You got to say.
I mean, it's not as big as it's not as more complicated as it was with ADL and the Warriors, but we could take the last game of the season.
Well, it's not complicated at all because look at the network we have.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
SoFlo in the house, and we got YTMS and Ready Network, and I got a guy. Her network is just
No,
enormous.
but
Yeah.
they were. I need this specific date. I need this time. We don't need that.
we just go.
Yeah.
We just go the last. Give me the last game of the season, and
And
you get the
everybody wears the
whole.
shirts.
And everybody wears their shirts. So you're selling the shirts to the game, so you could buy them at the game.
Right.
And you got a whole year to move this thing forward. I think
10
that'd be a
million
blast.
smiles.
And we also have, I work with the Miami Dolphins, and they host my event that's called Smile and Wave America Day at one of the games.
Really?
Yeah, and this year I chose the Bills, and somebody was just talking to me about the Jets. Who was that? You were
That's
talking
me.
to me about
Absolutely.
the Jets, yeah. So Miami Dolphins are I've been doing this now, this will be my 3rd year doing it with the Miami Dolphins, and it's phenomenal. I mean, I really have to give kudos to the Miami Dolphins to allow me to do a Smile and Wave America Day at the stadium.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Smiling with
It's amazing.
America. All right, stay tuned. More to come with that. 10 million smiles. We're going to do it. I want 10 million and 2 now. Forget 300. We're going for over 10 million.
I want to
Stay
see the
tuned
record.
for our next hour, 1 o'clock hour, coming back up. I say in 2 and 2, and Freddie says that's 4. We'll be right back at 95.3 FM, 1470 AM with the Ready Pack. Jen G got a guy. We got 10 million smiles, Subflow in the house, and Rose Vital. We'll be right back.
enough? Visit DellOnTheRadio.com to listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show, access past show podcasts, and join the conversation.
The information and opinions you hear on the Del Walmsley Radio Show are those of the host, Del Walmsley, his guests, and his callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of this station, its affiliates, its management, or advertisers. The Del Walmsley Show is for entertainment purposes only. Please consult a professional regarding your personal investment needs. Nothing presented on the Del Walmsley Show constitutes an endorsement, recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or security.
Talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Tune in for the Concierge Men's Wellness Show, Fridays at 5:30 p.m. WNN. The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
Bad back, heartburn, low libido, stiff joints, not sleeping well, got allergies, need to lose weight? If you want to feel better, please tune into my Health Talk show, Sunday mornings at 10, the Dr. Bob Martin Show, on Talk 1470 WNN.
This is Talk 1470. Talk 1470. WNN.
Darren College, a former NFL Super Bowl champion, signed the most important contract of his life to serve in the Army National Guard.
I've had a lot of military in my family. It's a big part of what my family's done for a long time. I want to go out there and make a difference. I didn't find that working behind a desk, so for me it was a pretty easy decision to make. And then the opportunity to serve my community, serve my country was just icing on the cake.
To learn how to be part of the Army National Guard, log on to nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel representative has a tremendous reputation. Advisor, Paul Vadiano, will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Science has confirmed that real superfood algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. eatessentialsnow.com.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh, they can.
There we go.
And there you go.
They can call me and I.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to all our friends in South Florida. Sorry about that.
We got the music right, though. Thank you, Joe.
You got the music right?
Did you hear it?
I heard it.
Did you like it?
I like it.
It's for Are You Ready?
Are you ready to rumble?
I
Yes.
think that has your
Yes,
new
yes.
brand. I like it.
I can't see it.
I like it, like it, like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, I wore the right shirt for it, baby.
What's why it's
A lot of feedback.
I'm glad you asked.
We're gonna
Feedback?
Your time management system.
YTMS, your time management system. Thank you so much, Eddie. He's leaving us a book.
You're welcome.
From
Excellent.
Your Smile is
I'll sign it
Amazing,
later.
10 Million Smiles, Happiness Ambassador, a new segment coming up to make 10 million and 2 smiles. You ready? 10 million and 2.
10 million and 2.
10 million and 2 is our
I'm gonna
goal.
make it 20 million.
Let's go for 20
why
million
don't
smiles.
we get the World Book people on board and let's do this thing.
Okay.
Let's try to reach out for them.
Guinness Book.
Yeah, Guinness Book wants about $7,900.
$7,900?
$9,200.
$9,200 we're going to raise so we can do it
They charge?
officially.
To give the certificate and get recognized, yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
They have a
so,
spot on their website.
so we just raised the money to go with the
We're going to have
smiles.
to raise like $20,000.
All right.
All right. That sounds good to me.
Let's raise $20,000. We get the Guinness Book out. We do 10 million and 2 smiles, or 20 million smiles for happiness and children and everyone around
How
the
are you
world.
going to count the 20 million smiles?
I can count a lot.
Can you? You're going to 2 plus 2?
2 and 2 we now is 4.
get
Welcome
you
to the
another
Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Give Joe a call, 888-565-1470. He will patch you right through. We were at the heart of Delray Gallery. My other idea was he did 300 people in the park. We could do 300 people in the art. Got it? We could do that also. Bring them right here, outside.
You are just so full of wisdom.
And do you know what? I did not even have my Utopia coffee yet today. I'm having my regular old Keurig, but I need to get some more Utopia coffee. You like the happy coffee? I'm going for Utopia. Sorry,
The
baby.
Utopia is cool, but the happy coffee make me happy. But the Utopia.
I'm going to Utopia.
I-
Can you
I'm
happy? I'm
having
going higher. Is that what
Utopia.
you're drinking
This
now?
is the last pizza we
I
had.
love. Did you find it?
Yes, I did.
I
She
kind of cut it and I stick it in a cup in the kitchen
She
so I can.
hides it. But I found it. I
I'm
said,
rationing it. I'm rationing my
What
coffee.
do you do? Take like a teaspoon per day?
He told me I can only have half.
There was a half.
I had the other half. I need to
And
get
no
more.
Gone.
I was wondering why you were using that cup.
That's right, because I said this is Utopia.
How do you feel?
Utopia.
I'm liking your new hat, by the way.
You like my hat?
Tune into Facebook and Periscope. Check out Freddy's new Panama hat, YTMS, which is what you need exactly.
Or I need,
You need an assistant for your time management system.
I have time management here.
Where? You got Bill as your time management system. What you got going?
If you want Utopia coffee, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. Who do we call, Bill?
Actually, we'll just make it simple. BeBetterPrepared.info.
There you go.
And actually, Reed, we have that graphic on Freddy's email, BeBetterPrepared.info. And can we do the backslash on that as well?
On that particular one, no, but I'll create it.
We'll create something. So when we order, when you're ordering anything you want from the Ready Pack, which you're going to take apart, to the Utopia coffee, to I think we even have gold and silver on there, and you're doing a backslash for 10 million smiles. Part of the proceeds will go back to Eddie for making awareness of happiness and smiles globally. How amazing is that? And Rose keeps smiling.
Hey.
You want to introduce
We've got William Dirth with us of Ready Network and your time management system. He's got Plan A and Plan B, and Rose Vital. Welcome, Rose.
Thank you for having me.
We're talking about being prepared, and it's about money and hurricane preparedness and mental preparedness all the way around. It all goes hand in hand. I'm like looking at your hat thinking who you remind me of. Maybe like a singer, Freddie. I don't know.
Just as I thought I was a guy out, they bring me
And
back
that's what I'm thinking. What you doing over there?
I'm just enjoying life.
And I met Rose. We met Rose at SoFlo Mixer a couple of weeks ago. She's friends with Loren from Fire and Ice Cryotherapy, and I thought Loren was going to join us. So maybe Loren will join us in a little bit. So welcome, Rose.
Thank you.
We're talking to Bill about being prepared for hurricanes and storms and natural disasters. And you're working with homeowners. So imagine being able to offer a ready preparedness pack, like a welcome pack, right? Forget the coffees and the cakes when you move in. We could do like a welcome fan or one of these amazing little lights. All these great things to go with your pack, right?
Yeah.
So welcome, Bill. Tell us more about the big boy sitting next to you. We got a new guest on our set.
I know.
Freddie.
It's kind of quiet.
28-pound quiet little guest over there.
We've been on a 12-year cycle here in South Florida. Back in 1992, of course, Andrew blew through Miami and Homestead. And then you have to go to the 2004 area. And then that lasted 2005, 2006, 2007 storms, and then last year, 2017. Unfortunately, people get lulled into complacency when, hey, storm comes through, and at the last minute it veers away. Well, those are the hurricane parties that are fun. But a lot of my partners at Ready Network were those individuals where everybody came to their house because they were the ones who were prepared for whatever might happen. But just like weekend guests, when your weekend guests have been there more than 3 days, it gets a little time to go.
It's time to go home.
Same is true with the hurricane party. And what we decided, we needed to make a simple way that people could affordably put together their plan and put it in action. So we've got it down to one telephone call, 6 minutes. Within 5 business days, you have all the essential equipment you need in order to survive not 24 hours, not 48 hours, not 72. This is an indefinite survival pack. And we knew that all ages would need it, so we made it, as it's fully loaded here, less than 30 pounds.
Indefinite, you heard correctly, and I'm thinking what's in there. So there's enough equipment in there so you can drink water from any source. So you have an indefinite supply of water as long as you have water. And in Florida, you're going to find water everywhere.
And it doesn't take Mother Nature to cause the disaster. Do you have any friends in Detroit or any of those areas where their water, their city water, was tainted by lead?
Yes.
We've got 2 filtration devices in this bag that's included as part of the package that basically could remove that lead from their drinking water. If you have friends in Houston, right, water everywhere and not a drop to drink, we have a couple of water filters in here. Basically, you throw one line in and you pump out fresh water. You don't even have to go outside. You can drink right from your living room, the water that Mother Nature brought in.
How many items are in this pack?
There are 42 items that are included in the basic pack. We have an additional 100 items that you could purchase, and that store, that e-commerce store, is growing daily. One of the things I know that Freddie is interested about is our solar division.
That's right.
And we've talked about some of the larger solar products. Today I brought my little friend with me.
I like your little friend.
All right, well.
Look at this.
You basically have a solar powered, there's no batteries in this thing. This is basically just solar powered and regenerate. One of the ways that we got this bag to only weigh 28 pounds was the fact that everything is multifunctional. Everything is durable. And no batteries, no heavy batteries required.
Everything is solar. So that's a solar fan, and it also has a flashlight.
Well, it has got a flashlight, right?
At the bottom, okay.
All right, but you know what? At night, I want to read, and it's got an adjustable reading light.
That's great.
And of course, I just realized, I didn't realize this was a menopause fan, but I was alerted to that earlier segment.
Welcome to our demographics.
You brought that to his attention.
There you go, another use. When you're getting ready in the morning, ladies, or bedside, there you go. You don't need an extra plug now.
And I work in my YTMS practice with a lot of assisted living facilities. So we're talking to owners who at one point, I guess it's kind of close to 1,000 rooms and maybe 1,500 residents. Put this in their hands, they've got security.
And how can, I know it's solar powers, but if you're in an assisted living or a facility, how does it get charged? Will it get charged from lights around the room, or does it have to be outside in the sun?
You do not need to have it outside, but you cannot charge it by the incandescent lights.
Yeah.
So what they would do is their windowsill, they just put this on the windowsill ledge. During the day, it will recharge in anywhere, based on Florida sun, 4 to 8 hours. And then it's ready to run all night. And you've got a variable speed fan, so at the lower speeds, I know we were blowing you away during the first segment, you can actually tail that back. And the lower the fan, the longer it will last.
Well, think about all the assisted livings, all the nursing homes, when the generators failed, which I know that there's under new regulations.
Right.
But if every resident can have one of these and it stays charged in their windowsill, because they all have windows in their rooms, and they have a constant fan if they need it. There's a flashlight for emergency. There's the top light for emergency. And you can always find them. What an amazing resource.
I have a question.
And that's not even the whole bag.
Well,
That's one product.
I have a question. The bag is to sustain one person, 2 people, 3 people, one bag of family. How does it work in terms, let's say you have 5 people in this family.
Right.
What kind of numbers are we looking at here? One bag, 2 bags?
With the exception of shelter, because what's provided in the bag really is a shelter for 1 person or 2 people if you're very friendly. It has a 1-person tent in it. But as demonstrated on some of our videos, we've had many of our Ready partners demonstrate how you could enjoy it with 2 people.
Get a little cozy.
Right. I basically don't use the tent. We have a hammock, a 2-person hammock that holds up to 450 pounds.
That's all in that pack?
That is an additional item.
Okay.
I've substituted that item in mine for my tent. Actually, I gave all my tents away to my grandchildren because they love the tents. And we have a mosquito net. So from a shelter standpoint, that's where you're going to get 1 or 2 people. But 1 bag with the water filtration, with fire, with cooking, you could support a family of 4. All right? Okay. Can you imagine the cost and the weight of having 2,000 bottles of water? That's what I've got right here in this bag with the filtration devices.
And the bag only weighs 28 pounds. Give out the information so people are listening and watching, and we'll give it over and over again so they can get ready. How can they find it?
Go to www.bebetterprepared.info. That's the important part, .info. Too many times you run off at .com. Well, it is .info. And I did that specifically because when you look at the website, you're going to see that we put together probably 75 or 80 of the resources, all the PSA announcements that the radio station and TV stations will do. Listen to those again, and everybody has a different website. You have a different number. We drew all that together, plus put a couple of our own suggestions in there, so you go to one spot.
Right.
And that's the initial thing that you'll see, and it's all based on information, sharing that info, so people, our friends, our family, our neighbors, our community, can be better prepared.
BeBetterPrepared.info. And you also have events every week.
Yes,
Seminars.
we do. Yeah. Actually, this is the Florida-based company. We are, our home office, our world headquarters is in Jupiter, Florida. So every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, and we go Facebook Live at 7:15. So if you're not in the area and jump on Facebook at 7:15 on any Tuesday night, you will see the story about who Ready Network is and why this may be a good plan B for you. Saturday mornings, for those of you who've had a long day and can't make it out on Tuesday nights, again, at Ready Network corporate headquarters. On Wednesdays, here in Del Rey, on Atlantic Avenue at the, it's 910 West Atlantic, which makes it the Fairfield Suite and Inns.
Towards the water.
No, basically it's just,
right?
yeah, it's just
for
3 traffic lights or 3 blocks
for
east of 95.
Gotcha.
We did that every Wednesday here in April, and we're looking to renew that contract, so we continue that through the month of May. But I know Freddy will bring you updated on that if we do it every Wednesday through May.
It's so important to get ready and prepared. And we've got Rose with us, and Rose works with homeowners and getting financing. And we go into hurricane season, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're so busy lately, you know, you have to be prepared, and there's so much you have to be prepared for. So as a good segue from talking about, you know, having a backpack, get everything ready, but when you have a home, you have to make sure you have the right insurance coverage as well. When the hurricane hit, afterwards you can get your home repaired. So that's one of the things that I wanted to add.
We haven't even talked about insurance. We're like talking about survival. And then you think, well, now right, exactly.
Yeah, that's coming from a finance background, that's what I'm thinking. Insurance on your property, because I'm a lender. If I give you the loan for the property, I want to make sure you have enough coverage if something happens. We'll be able to recover, get the house back on track.
You know, I have a story for you.
This is right up your alley.
Yeah, I got a story for you. The last hurricane that we had did roof damage to the house, and we didn't look at the warranties or anything. I made a phone call, and they told me one thing. It ends up being something else. So we had to wait 6 months for them to come out because there was so much damage in Florida with the houses. So we had to wait there. Then when they come see me, they said, well, it's out of warranty. I said, by how much? 30 days. Well, wait a minute. 6 months ago when I called you, it wasn't warranty. So how do you handle that situation?
Wow, that's a good question, because I'm not the insurance expert, but I would say that it should be when after the hurricane hit, so they can't hit you if they waited 6 months to come out.
That's a good point.
It should have been based on the phone call.
I'm going to be making a call today because I said to myself, something here is not right. It's just not correct. The other thing is when you extend the loans, some houses, people were trying to get their lives together, and they extend the loan at the end of your mortgage deal.
Right, there was a mortgage. Everyone has sort of a dispensation time period.
3 months. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I had a show that I was producing, and they gave me the steps to follow. And she says, at the end of this whole 45-minute expertise, she says to me, they may not know what you're talking about. So I called the lender, and they did not know what I was talking about. I said, are you kidding me? Now, I was in the mortgage business for a long time, 17 years. Mm-hmm. So I said, let me walk you through this. So after I finished, somebody's got to call me back. This went on for months.
Wow.
Because they hadn't decided, the federal government had not decided yet what to do.
Okay, yeah.
So they started to say, okay, it's okay to extend 3 months. Mm-hmm. And they still don't got it right. They're giving me a balloon. I don't want a balloon. Yeah. I want an extension. So if I have 30 years, I want 3 months added. That's what I want.
Yeah, because when they get really busy, you get pushed on the side. So you have to make sure you stay on top of it. You call, you ask for the manager, you ask for the VP, whoever you need to talk to get an answer and to get the right answer so you can get help. Because sometimes when it gets, especially after a hurricane, everybody is inundated with calls. They're trying to get you off the phone as soon as possible without getting you the right answer. So you need to be on top of it.
You need to be proactive. Get on top of them.
Yeah. See, I'm not getting off the phone without an answer. Put the manager, put the VP, whoever you need to put on the phone. Get me somebody.
Get an answer.
Somebody get you an answer.
Persistence.
We're going to take a commercial break.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
You're going to ask.
Reed, we're good to go? All right. Stay tuned.
Sure
888-565-1470. More with Ready Network. Financing for your new home. or maybe even remortgaging your home. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that also.
Exactly.
We'll
Let's
be
talk
right back.
mortgages.
Let's talk mortgages.
Yeah.
Mortgages.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? Brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a
difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
feel silkier,
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Deversize. Deversize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Deversize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening, to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Deversize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. eatessentialsnow.com. Science has...
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
Join Don and Freddy weekdays at 1 at the Brooklyn Cafe for all your fun.
And we're back at the Utopia Cafe, actually the Brooklyn Cafe with my Utopia coffee. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. You can find us on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Utopia time, Mr. Freddy.
And you know, it's really cool because Bill was just saying that you take this coffee and it calms you down for emergency situations to keep a cool head.
But it keeps you focused, he said, and the only side effect is you lose weight. So I'll take that side effect.
If you lose weight,
yeah.
I'm going to swallow the whole thing.
But no, I can only have half of it, right? Because we're looking at,
It's bizarre that, every vet
That's it.
will basically tell, you to take the medicine for your animal based upon the weight of the animal. Well, for humans, we don't do that. But really, it's proportional. So I've been recommending, the company's position is 1 stick a day. And I've been telling people, well, that's true if you weigh less than 100, more than 150 pounds. If you weigh less than 150 pounds, I'd start off with half a stick a day.
It's really not a stick, it's a packet, so it's individual
Right.
serving. So when you're thinking, if you're listening to a stick, it's not a hard stick, it's an individualized packet that has the powder inside that you just add into water. I love this coffee. So
Now,
we have
the-
Utopia coffee now on the set.
She took it, went home, went to sleep.
No, that was the other coffee.
Oh, is that what it was?
This coffee was, he told me to stop drinking. You said to me, oh my goodness,
were-
what
you
are you
were out of
drinking?
control.
You've answered, you've asked, you're having the whole show by yourself. And I was good to go, and that was only on half. The other coffee I had, it mellowed me out so much I went home and went to sleep.
It's like drinking CBD.
That was exactly it.
Are we drinking CBD?
Are we?
I don't know.
We can do whatever you want.
Okay.
And we've got Rose with us from Loan Depot. What is Loan Depot?
Loan Depot is a mortgage lender. They've been in business for the past 10 years, and they have originated over $100 billion in mortgages.
100
So
billion.
that's a lot. And they are number 5 right now as lender and number 2 as non-bank. So they are really on top of the game. They're spending a lot of money in technology to make sure they make the mortgage process easy. Because we right now, you know, with the millennials, everybody wants everything now. So we have the platform to make it easy. That's why we have an app. If you call me, I said, hey, here's my app. Go ahead, put your information in there, and in 10 minutes, I'm going to call you back.
All right, what is the app then? We're talking Loan Depot. What is the app? Get the information out.
So you go to basically www.loandepot and / my first initial R, my last name VITAL. So once you get in there, it says apply. You just click on apply, and then you go from there.
LoanDepot.com/RVITAL, and then you put it right in there.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook as well. If you get on my page, you can click. You'll find a spot to click, and then just apply. So it's that quick. So you don't have to wait 2 days and 3 days for somebody to get back to you, letting you whether you qualify or not. You will know right away. And after that, of course, when we're ready to move forward, you have to submit a complete financial package for us to review, so it could go to underwriting and get the final approval.
Do they still fill out 1099s? She probably doesn't even know what that is.
Well, I mean, you mean fill out 1099 in terms of
the loan application? Do you guys still do that or no?
You mean 1003?
I mean 1003. 1003. You still fill out the 1003?
Yes, you fill it out online. It's boom, boom, boom.
There.
Yeah, online.
I'm gonna tell you.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to have the paper in front of you to go one by one. It's online. It's basically your name. It's all the basic information that we need.
In the old days, you had to figure out the rate and everything else, origination, the whole nine, in the old days. And then you had to submit it for approval, and you had to wait. Nowadays, it's on an app.
Yeah,
it happens like this.
It's very quick.
It's a habit.
It just changes. I mean, it is unbelievable, the mortgage business. And do you do all types of different loans?
We do all types of loan. I want to today focus on the first-time home buyer, give them some information.
Is this conventional or FHA?
We do conventional. Conventional is basically that's the old way of doing loan, where you have to have a 20% down. We do FHA. FHA most people are doing right now because they don't have that much savings. So with 3.5% down, you can get into a home. So we're doing a lot of FHA.
You do FHA, okay? Because
yes,
I'm thinking, who has 20% to put down?
Yeah, it's tough. So that's why.
Bill does. I know you bought your first home, did you?
No, but my in-laws did.
There you go.
Mine's too, man. You rest in peace, Joe.
Right?
Now, the FHA, you can even put less down. There's a way of doing it. But 3.5%.
3.5%. That's the minimum. But if you don't have that, you can get it as a gift. Ask your uncle, whoever it is,
Which
and
is different.
So it's much easier now to get into a home.
This is such a throwback. Do they still do the loan? I think it's called, I'm going to get this wrong, too, 203K on the FHA, where you have to borrow?
To do, if you want to do renovation, yes, we do that too.
You still do it?
Yeah, we do that.
Up to 4 units, mixed units?
Up to 4 units, yes.
It is an unbelievable loan.
This is like a throwback Tuesday
It
for
is.
you, Freddy.
I did this every day. I used to create 501c3s, attach them to this FHA, because I was a mini Eagle, And I used to do the 203K, which is you have to spend in the day $10,000 on a purchase for multiple dwellings. So if you have 4 families, that's where you used it. So you used to buy your home and have income supporting your mortgage.
Yeah, because
Sounds complicated to me.
no, I mean,
you're shaking your head. Yes or complicated?
No, if you find if you find a single family home that you really like, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and you don't have to shy away from it, because we can do the loan where we put in the amount for you to do the renovation. We'll do it in stages. So by the time you're done, you'll be moving in a brand new home.
So you don't have to worry about affording the home and the renovations. You can
No,
put that all into the mortgage.
Into one. So these
I
are
wish
all
I knew that then.
these are all the new deals that we have, the program that we have that makes it easier, and we can serve many more people.
Well, how do people find out about that? I can tell you, when we bought our home many years ago, we had to do renovations. I know I had to borrow from my parents, but people, you don't know yet. You can do that, and you just amortize it out over your 30 years.
Yeah, they have. They have many different ways now. You can do 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whichever. Just so you know, if you do a shorter term, if you do 15 years instead of 30 years, so you're going to be paying more on a monthly basis because you're trying to pay quicker.
And what are our rates looking at now?
Well, right now, I mean, it's the rate. I mean, it's every day. I mean, it changes every day. And right now, we're looking at 4.2, 4.4. But it really, what the rate you're going to qualify for is going to be different from from what's going on, because we have to. It's based on your credit. It's based on your income. So it's a lot of people say, oh yeah, I just check online and the rate is 4.2. Why can't I get a 4.2?
Because you don't qualify.
Because you don't.
That's just the name of the game. You don't qualify.
Because we look at your credit, so it's credit based. I mean, the higher your credit score, the cheaper you can get the loan, and your rate will be lower. And also, we have so many different ways. If you do want the 4.2, if you don't qualify for it, you can buy it down. You can buy it down
which
by
are tax
paying
deductible.
Exactly, by buying points. So there's so many different ways. That's why a lot of people, they go online, they just plug in numbers saying, oh yeah, I qualify. You really need to sit down with a lender, somebody, a professional who knows what's going on. And when they look at the whole package, look at your credit, look at your LA expenses, look at your income, they'll tell you bottom line, this is what you qualify for.
And are you still giving everything plus your firstborn when you're applying, or is that a little more streamlined? Because I'm telling you, I cannot, it's like doing my taxes, I just pass it off because you want everything.
Yeah, well, taxes, it's a little bit complicated. You have to keep up with all that. But no, mortgage really, I mean, when you look at it, it's not that complicated. That's what I want people to know. Because essentially, you ask, when you think about it, I'm coming to you and say, Don, can I borrow $100,000? Will you just lend, just, hey, I have it right here. Wouldn't you check up on me saying, hey, what are you going to do with the money? When do I get my money back? How do I get my money back? Essentially, that's what the bank is doing. That's what the lender is doing, saying, okay, you want $200,000 to buy that house? I want to go check out the house. That's why they do an appraisal, to make sure it's worth the money they're going to give out to you. So if anything happens, they can recoup their money.
Well, how does Loan Depot work? You are the in-between, and then you go to the bank, or you are the lending source?
We are a lender, so we're not a bank. We have our own money, so we can lend you directly. After that
much
we can
better deal.
We get better deal, and then after that, if we do wholesale as well, and we can, if we want to go out and sell some of the loans, we can do that. But you deal with us directly. Basically, I get the package from you. It's basic. Your tax return, you do that every year. You give us 2 years of tax return. Pay stubs, you get paid every 2 weeks. Just give me 2 pay stubs. Bank statement, you get that online. They mail it to you all the time. Just give me 2 months of bank statements and a photo ID. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, but
that's easy.
Yeah, that's
right?
easy.
That's easy,
but
right?
the bottom line is that a lot of people, they don't qualify. I mean, let's call it what it is. I'm never going to lie to you. The bottom line is people, sometimes you got to massage a deal to make a deal work. Now, let me tell you a trick that I know. You start out with an FHA loan, it's going to be higher interest than your conventional. Just the nature of the beast. But they are willing to lend money on a bigger risk. So what you do is you pay that loan off. Now, every time you pay your loan, your credit gets better. And then you refinance it as a conventional loan, and you cut it from 30 to 15 years, and you watch what happens. business.
You going back to the mortgage business? I'm thinking I see Freddy going back into business, Bill.
I did that for 17 years, and I own 21 pieces of property, and it does work.
Of course,
You
yeah.
just have
That's
to know how
why.
to
That's
make
why
it
you
work.
know people have to be responsible.
Absolutely.
Even when you're going to buy your first house, you have to make sure you're ready for it. Don't just jump into it. Oh yeah, I want this big house.
Everybody
and I want
does.
this. So you have to be responsible. Look at your budget and know what you can afford. And then be ready. And then your credit, you have to make sure your credit is decent, because, you know, of course, right now I can tell you if your credit is only 520, I can give you a loan, but it's going to cost you more.
Right. You're at higher risk.
Exactly, you're at higher risk. I can give it to you, but it's going to cost you. That's why we tell people, you know, make sure you're responsible with your credit, pay your bills on time, don't go over your limit, and do not live beyond your means.
Huh, easier said than done. I know. I'm just saying it like it is.
Don't be like the rest of America.
I'm just trying on jewelry. I'm not buying it. I'm just wearing what's in the gallery. I'm
But
borrowing.
you gotta understand, like my son and his wife, they're gonna have their firstborn, and they want to buy their first house. You gotta have a plan. You gotta go in with a plan. Don't go spending and buying a limousine and a Jaguar and expect to have that big house on the beach. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you gotta get pre-approved first, because you're gonna get disappointed. A lot of people, they just go out there, oh my God, I want this house. You're not approved yet, so you don't know what you can afford. And when I tell you, oh, you can only afford a $250,000 home, and then that home you were looking at, it was $400,000, you're gonna get disappointed.
Now, do you offer letters of pre-approval? I remember in the day, remember you wanted to get a pre-approval letter to show it to somebody who's going to show your real estate office.
Yes, we still print those out.
You still print them out?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, it is the best deal, because when you're pre-approved, it shows everything there that a bank will lend you. So you're seeing houses that qualify for the pre-approval. So they don't take you to the beach to buy that $1 million home.
Well, how do you do that? You contact you first?
Yeah, contact me. I'll go on my website, put all your information in, and I'll call you and go over the numbers with you. But if you want to call me directly, my number is 561-502-9910.
Slowly.
561-502-9910.
And if you go to 8800 and you type in AMP2TV, I'll make sure you get
Do you have a V card?
I haven't set it up yet, because I was.
See, we gotta get the V card.
Because I started, and then I thought I was done, and apparently there's another step. So you know me, I get busy, I get phone calls, and I'm like, I forgot to go back.
It's all right. They can text Freddy 80800 and AMP2TV. You can also text Bill.
Yep, and I'll make sure you get her information. But Loan Depot, the art of money is a very clever way of doing things. And don't ever think you can't buy a house. President Bill Clinton said to me when I was doing mortgages, every American should have a house.
Did
I'm
he
gonna
tell you
you,
that
I got
personally?
close to trying it. Yes, he did. I went to see him in Washington. And he's the reason why I got in the mortgage game until the bubble burst. But that was because of bad management.
I have never met a man with more stories and more jobs than you. Honestly,
I had a
true
blast
story.
selling loans. I used to be in people's houses. When you close with me, you got a party in my backyard. Michelle will testify to this. The backyard is a pool, 1,200-foot deck. I had a waiter, the whole nine. You brought your friends, 20 or 30. You had it for 6 hours. I got more business out of those people throwing a party because they said, wow, this is the way you close the house, this is the way I close the house. Right? And I gave them a gift, and off they went. And I had 30 names of people that wanted loans. Dawn, I didn't solicit a piece of business in 17 years. I didn't have to.
You just had parties.
I just had parties.
Contact Rose, loandepot.com/RVITAL. Put in all your information and she will get to you. She's going to set up her website, her V card also.
Yes.
She's going to set up her V card. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're putting YTMS and the Ready Network and Rose together. Get your home ready, get yourself ready, get your loan in line. We'll be right back.
What is CBD? CBD, or cannabidiol, is found in the cannabis plant. CBD can help regulate your mood, sleep, inflammation, and immunity. Did you know we all have internal systems ready to balance CBD? It's time to get healthy, not high. Do you suffer from anxiety, chronic pain, or moodiness? Contact Jamie Hidalgo at 561-674-7446. the #1 legal and leading CBD company in the United States. Call Jamie, Safe for All Ages, at 561-674-7446 or visit us online at www.livelovecbd.com.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a
difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
feel silkier,
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With vCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. vCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. vCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. vCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. vCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
Join Don and Freddy weekdays at 1 at the Brooklyn Cafe for all your fun.
Gotcha. And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Freddie, nice hat. Why TMS, your time management system?
And it's important, let's get into time management system, because part of your mortgage and everything else is this planning process, right, that we were talking about. And we know now that a bag can serve up to 4 people in a family, except you got to get a little close with the mosquito netting and the tent.
A little cozy in the tent.
Now, as more and more products are being added to the fray of this thing, right, will the bag get bigger? Will it have a puppy bag? I mean, how do you add more stuff to it?
Well, right now, it is a 65-liter bag, and the equipment we have in it covers about 2/3 of that bag. So you still have about 1/3 of the top to put in your personal items.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Now, this is geared, of course, if you get that knock on the door, you know, there's a lightning strike in the backyard. Now we've got the brush fire going on, and the fire department stops in and says, you got 5, tops 10 minutes to get your stuff and get out. Well, if you have this prepared, you just grab this, your photos, your important papers, your insurance papers and so forth with you, stuff that in the bag, and you're out of the house.
And that's a waterproof bag, right?
And this is water resistant. This is not waterproof. It has a waterproof cover that's attached to it that you can put over it.
Okay.
But as you see it here, basically it's water resistant.
You've thought of everything. And Rose wants to know the $1 million question. Is it like $1 million? What's it costing us?
Sold for $1 million. Thank you very much. All right, Eddie, you just got 25% of that contribution by the...
There you go.
No, actually, it was one of the things we were very concerned about, is that make it very affordable for everyone. Many times when you hear that somebody's in direct marketing or multi-level marketing, you think, oh my God, no, you know, the old pyramid schemes. Well, one of the reasons people didn't like it is the products or services that typically were sold in that business model. You could go to Kmart and buy something on the shelf for, $10 if you bought it through your, family friend or somebody from a direct marketing company. They were paying $30.
Right.
Well, we set it up upside down. We became the manufacturer of the products. We didn't become a broker and have to add on costs to where you could buy it yourself. We didn't have to add on then to pay the sales representatives, the multi-level marketers. So we produce the stuff. We're the manufacturers. And this bag right now, if you went, you did your due diligence, you went to the local retail shops or Army, Navy, Kmart, whatever, you're going to spend between $1,300 and $1,500 for this bag. If you're industrious and you want to spend about 30 or 40 hours of your time, you can go on the internet and search out every item that's the bag. And I know it was 32 hours for me because that's what I did. On Amazon, I got it for $1,100. We sell it retail basis, $7.99.
Wow. And that's for a family of 4. And so that's not per person, that encompasses your entire family for an emergency.
From your eating, your drinking, the only issue would be potentially the shelter. Right now, we've definitely got 2 of you covered in a tent, and then of course I added my 2-person hammock, so that would definitely take care of the 4, and that hammock costs less than $30.
And I'm going to tell you, when people evacuated and went up north and got slammed by the storm, you spent more money in gas, aggravation, leaving, hotel room, and then trying to get back, which took them a week. You add that up, and I guarantee you it's going to be more than the $7.99.
Eddie can walk faster than people did sitting in traffic.
I'm going to tell you, ain't nobody walking in a hurricane.
Eddie could walk faster and get many more smiles than doing that in a hurricane.
He could moonwalk faster.
Well, the bottom line here is that it's, in the long run, if you're not prepared, you're going to end up spending more than $7.99.
That's true.
And you just got to, again, you got to be logical here. You got to decide, is your family's safety worth the $7.99? Number one, that's going to be yes. And number two, think about the amount of money that when you evacuate, or you do some of the other things that you do around your house to prepare for a storm.
You have to prepare. Peace of mind is knowing and being prepared. And a lot of these items you can use not even in a storm. So don't think you're going to buy it, and if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. This fan, you can use it in your home. This light, you can keep in your car. When your kids get their car, we always get them jumper cables and a light you got to plug into the cigarette lighter. This light is amazing, and I know it's a magnet.
But Dawn, you got to put it back in the bag.
But you got to put it back in the bag.
Because all of a sudden, my kids take this thing, I never see it. It goes into their land.
But there's things that you wouldn't take out. You wouldn't take out the water filtration system. You wouldn't take out the straws. You wouldn't take out the tent. I mean, certain things you wouldn't, but you can certainly use this or buy an extra one. I think this is an amazing housewarming gift, Rose. I mean, look at this. I know it's going to make Freddie go kind of crazy, but you have this instant light. It's a magnet. You can hook it onto anything as a lantern, and then you hit it again, because now that I've learned how to do it, it's flashing beacon.
Now, can you get a mini pack to what's in there, or is it just this bag and you have to add to it? Let's say I buy the bag empty.
Yes.
Okay, and then I start adding pieces. Can you do that?
Yes, you can.
You see, I'm thinking, as a housewarming gift, you buy a bag and you start and let them buy their own, because everybody's house is a different need. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a different want. The straws may be more important to you than they are to me, so you may buy 6 of them as opposed to 3. It all depends, but this gives you at least the preparedness, and you can custom every different clothing, every different house.
That's true, but in terms of gift giving, we have to be careful. We can't go a certain limit. So a gift of $799 would be questionable.
No, he's thinking a piece, a piece of it to add to it.
Yes, I mean, a couple of the items definitely. You know, we can set up as a little small basket and
some utopia coffee, because you know what, everyone needs a little housewarming utopia.
When you're moving your stuff and you need the coffee.
Well, the object of the game, if you're doing a light as a warming gift, it's the knowledge of the bag exists. Once they see the light and you put a flyer to it, you say, listen, on here, this is what, if you want one, and you let them buy it.
And you know what, metaphorically, once they see the light, it's
the light. I mean, and the other thing that people were telling me is make sure that when you do get this bag, and don't put it by your front door.
Why would you put it by your front door?
Because people do that. You know, put the bag in a secure place. Don't put it by your front door so that when the door leaves or whatever, there goes the bag.
Like our pins?
Like our pins. Who took the damn pins? But don't put it by... I mean, you have to be a little bit intelligent. Find the securest part of your house. That is part of the preparedness as well. Because
Exactly.
you need shelter, right?
Indeed. I mean, the good news is if you take this piece by piece, 75% of the items that are in here cost less than $25. So there's plenty of opportunity to piecemeal it in, make it nice thank you gifts. Basically, I sent one to each of my daughters away at school.
Will we ship international?
Yes.
Murray in New Zealand. I know you don't get hurricanes, but we can send you one. Murray says hi.
Yes, Murray, you should have this bag and sell it in New Zealand. Sell it everywhere.
Well, New Zealand, unfortunately, gets the earthquakes. I mean, you look at, what was it, Wellington and Christiansted and so forth.
Don't get the hammock.
Well, what happens when a hurricane hits, all right, you know, we're looking to stay inside and protected. When an earthquake hits, you're looking to go outside. You don't want to go back into those buildings until the all clear has been given that it's structurally safe. So what, you know what? Oh my God, the earthquake has now required us to go back to the old days and actually go camping with our friends and family.
Murray, we just got to get you one over there. Bill will ship it out to you in New Zealand.
Yeah, we'll start selling in New Zealand.
Hey, Judge is not here and he's watching.
I'm surprised. She screamed down this one.
All right, how can people find this pack, the Ready Pack, the coffee, all of these amazing items?
Call Freddy. He's going to, you know.
Text Freddy. 80800-AMP2TV.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I am 100% behind this thing. Preparedness is the key. And let me give you another tip. Start buying waters now. And Linda says it's too early. I don't think so. I still have cases from the last hurricane.
Then you don't need any.
Oh, no.
Or you just need the straws.
No. You know,
or you could buy, for $20, 500 cases of water.
That's right, on the straw.
How do you do that? That's the straw?
This is the personal water straw. What it is, I mean, I've got it clipped here so I can carry it on the outside of my bag.
He reminds me of Snyder from One Day at a Time with
we
all his carabiner clips.
Oh, I remember him, Dwayne. And
right?
Oh, my God. So you open up the protective end. That's what goes in the water. Unfortunately, and I don't want to get people grossed out, I don't care how cloudy that water is, you can suck that in there, and this is 99.99 pure. It's better than Ivory soap. Remember the old Ivory soap commercials? 99 and 44, 100% pure. This is going to take all those impurities out of the water.
You suck on the other end?
And you suck basically
on the other end. Now, how many applications is that good for?
What you do is, this we recommend that you swap this out every 200 gallons. So for a person, you're recommended 3 gallons a day. So that's like 67 days.
But how will you know that it's time to swap it out?
After 2 months, maybe you should get a new one.
No, I know that, but does it turn a different color? Does it light up?
No, basically, you get a text message from me saying, time to switch your...
So you have to pay attention. Okay, you have to pay attention.
YTMS. I love that. It's like other people's money. Bill's going to have to manage your time.
Right?
Other people's money, you got
OPP, it's me.
She's got OPP, you got OPT. Other people's time, you got other people's money, OPM.
I'm just confused.
You got YTMS.
That's right. But the bottom line is do something. You know, be prepared. Go to a meeting on Wednesday night here in Atlantic.
Here on Atlantic, we'll have Freddy confirm that we're doing that Wednesday nights in May. Actually, I'm going there after this to
So it's not, there's not one tomorrow. We're starting in May.
Right.
So don't rush out to Fairfield in tomorrow. May. Wednesdays in May.
That's right.
Well, if enough people call in, I'll go there tomorrow. But,
what we're gonna do to remind people is I'm gonna be playing poker.
Poker.
I'm the storm.
You the poker face.
I'm the storm, and I'm gonna be playing poker. I'm bringing chips. I'm gonna be laid out here because the storm never loses. The house never loses. And if you're not ready and something happens, you have nothing to blame but yourself.
All right, people can find you in the items, Mr. Bill. Remember Mr. Bill? I want to make a Mr. Bill.
Wait a minute, real quick. Bill, what do you got there?
I know.
Remember last week when I said, you know, a hurricane comes along, what's the thing you want to have? A hot shower? We have a hot solar shower bag here.
Wow.
Basically, you collect the water, you just set this outside, rain or You could run through one of the water filtration systems, so you're not having any chemicals or any minerals in the water. Put it in here. It has actually a digital readout, so you can see what temperatures in the water.
Amazing. Contact Bill, BeBetterPrepared.info for all the information. Part of the proceeds we're going to set up will go back to 10 Million Smiles. Rose at Loan Depot, loandepot.com/RVITAL for more information. Stay tuned. Are You Ready is a permanent segment on our show. Million Smiles, actually 10 million and 2 smiles to come up. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place for a wonderful Wednesday. Be kind to each other.
And come to the cafe and we'll talk safety.
Bye-bye.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracasa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m.